What's up guys, Pablo here with another video, and today we have the unboxing and my first thoughts and impressions on the Downshifter 11 by Nike. As usual, I'm not a professional when it comes to running, and I've only been able to run about 5 miles on these, so keep that in mind while watching the video. Just like with the Quest 4 last time around, I ordered these from Nike Mexico and they sent these on the exact shipping packaging. The Downshifter 11 released at one point during early to mid 2021. I looked everywhere, but I wasn't able to find a specific date or month. The shoe retails for $60 US on Nike and a couple other US retailers, and as usual, I went true to size. They also offer this shoe with an extra wide sizing option, which we will reference later in the video. Once out of the shipping packaging, these come inside of a regular orange Nike shoebox. When you first take a look at the shoes, they seem to be more streamlined and like they are a bit lengthier and narrow. Also, they are very minimalistic aesthetically, with only a few details throughout. Out of those details, I am a huge fan of the 3D swoosh on the lateral side that blends in with the translucent cage on this part of the shoe. And just like we've seen on other shoes, they included an alphanumeric detail at the tongue that spells out the name of the shoe. When I took them out of the shoebox, I was immediately attracted to the upper material, which I thought seemed stretchy and flexible. Another part of the upper that caught my eye was the translucent window at the midfoot, exposing what I thought to be fly wire. It isn't fly wire, however, although the purpose is the same. The cables on this cage at the midfoot are referred to by Nike as supports that are meant to tie in around your foot as you lace up. So again, same idea as fly wire. The only difference, these cables or supports are not directly attached to the laces like they would be on fly wire shoes. Instead, they seem to attach to the piece of material where the lace hoops sit, which in this colorway is highlighted by orange accents. And this feature proved my assumption of these being a bit more narrow somewhat true. The supports work just like they're supposed to, and they do a great job at tightening the midfoot area of the shoe. Almost too much of a great job for my wider feet though, which made the midfoot feel more narrow than what I'm used to. And actually, this is the reason why I believe that they offer the extra wide sizing options for these, in case you want them to fit a bit more loose at the midfoot. Besides this effort for a more locked in fit, the rest of the shoe remains pretty standard and even comparable to the previous version. The midsole is made of this single density EVA foam, and Nike claims is the exact one as the Downshifter 10. The foam provides decent cushioning, but definitely not the best, and it feels pretty close to the ground. These also don't have any air zoom units within the midsole, so the cushioning is relying only on the foam. The rubber outsole has grooves that are meant to make it a bit more flexible, and although not as flexible as something like the Free Run, my stride didn't feel as restricted as I thought it would. The mesh upper is also surprisingly flexible, especially at the forefoot, but it doesn't allow for much airflow, making it not too breathable. The main reason why I noticed it was flexible though was because the shoe also turned out to be lengthier than most, just like I had assumed. Although I got my regular size, there's extra room at the forefoot, which made the upper bend a bit more than normal. And because of this, my experience trying the Downshifter 11 for performance was not the best. During my HIIT workouts and while running, this extra space became very noticeable and a bit tedious. While running, the fit at the heel and midfoot was great. There's soft foam around the collar that locks your ankle pretty nicely, and obviously the midfoot was secure due to the supports on this part of the shoe. Although towards the end of a run, and like I mentioned earlier, it started to become uncomfortable since it was a more narrow fit than what I'm used to. But the most troublesome part of the shoe was still the forefoot due to the extra length. Landing, my strides felt off and like my foot wasn't hitting the ground at the right angle or place. As my foot was pushing off of the ground, the extra length added a bit of give or drag to my foot lifting up. During my HIIT workouts though, this wasn't as much of an issue. There were only a few exercises like planks or mountain climbers where this became troublesome or uncomfortable. Outside of that, I thought that the shoes were overall great for this type of workout and would even make a good pair of gym shoes as long as you get the right fit for them. This issue of extra length could be solved by simply going half a size down on these, which is what I would recommend if you guys are looking to grab a pair. This would also mean a better experience when wearing these casually. When I tried them out, they were decent and the extra length was not as noticeable as when using these for performance. The more narrow fit at the midfoot provided a secure feel, but I personally prefer a wider and looser fit for shoes I wear casually. As usual, I tried these out with jeans and they actually didn't look as bad, but I would still say they look a lot better with leisure or athletic wear, which complements the running shoe a lot better. But this obviously depends on your style and how you prefer to wear them. Overall, the Nike Downshifter 11 is a decent running and training shoe that packs a fair set of features for its price. It does run a bit large, however, which compromises comfort and fit, especially when using these for performance. And that was it for today's video, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed it and got something useful out of it. If you did, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button down below and subscribe to the channel. We just hit 900 subs and it would mean the world if we can hit 1,000 before 2021 ends. Also, if you have or had the Downshifter 11, please go ahead and leave a comment down below with your thoughts and opinions on it so other people watching can also consider them. Thank you guys for watching. Pablo, out.